Welcome back to the Greater You. We're working on our romantic relationship trait series, and today we're working on trait number 11. So let's jump into this. Flexibility versus rigidity. Those things that don't bend will break, right? So why is flexibility so important for romantic relationships? As the wheel of life turns and we go through the vicissitudes of life, wins, losses, failures, successes, challenges, growth, we ourselves and the relationship change. As we remain flexible, so Bruce Lee was right, it'd be like water, right? As we remain flexible in our mindsets and in our relationships with understanding the differences and the changes that come with age and health and everything else, many of them great, successful things, right? Even if you are super successful as a couple in amassing material wealth, you're going to change. That's going to change the way you interact with life and the way you think about things. So flexibility is required to remain in love with one another. The rigid mind will break when stress is applied in great force, especially. The flexible mind and the flexible relationship will adapt to the challenges that come with life. So how do we develop flexibility within ourselves? That is many, many videos for you to understand. But the short of it today is that to develop a flexible mindset is to do what we call trying softer. And that is instead of trying harder or more rigid, we look for the soft solutions. We look around for all the peripherals. If there's a problem that you and your spouse are facing, you want to come at it from all angles and say, what are all of the potential options for handling our car, breaking down on us, or your home insurance going up, car insurance going up, whatever the thing is that you're dealing with, what are all the possible options? If you're having financial difficulties, what are the challenges that we can, or, potential solutions to reduce our outgoing and increase our incoming wealth, right? Requires flexibility to do that. As interest changes and health change, sometimes those things will require flexibility. You might have an injury that becomes permanent, right? And you and your spouse loved hiking, and something might happen to you or your spouse that makes it so you're unable to hike anymore, right? What are you going to do? You've got to be flexible in those moments and not let that rain on your parade. Can you find other ways to interact with nature in that circumstance that will build that connection and spend quality time with one another that adapts or adjusts for those challenges? Good or bad, up or down, these things in life, these waves that come, require a flexible mindset and flexibility adapting to the challenges and the successes of life. A lot of times that flexibility is really needed for growth and for successes, because the success occurs if we are too stuck in our ways of thinking, we might not manage that success well. And what if you're, doing great in your career and all of a sudden you find yourself, doing public speaking gigs? If we're not flexible about that with your schedule and with your life, you're going to find that it suffocates you and causes a wedge between you and your spouse. So these are things to all think about. We develop flexibility by opening ourselves up to possibilities and looking at things from multiple angles rather than just from our own little narrow view or myopic scope. A flexible relationship will adapt to the changes that come with life and will then result in you being able to continue to fall in love with each other every single day. I've seen this happen. I've lived it, I am living it, and I see it with so many clients that as you learn to adapt to the changes in the person that you love, you can actually learn to love those changes and differences that come up with age and life and everything else around it. So there you go. So that is relationship trait number 11. I challenge you to work over this next week or month to develop your own flexibility so that you can adapt and flow. think about a good exercise for this. Is there something that your significant other has wanted to do and you've been a bit of a stick in the mud about it? You've been unwilling to try whatever it is, crocheting, I don't know, or going to a particular music concert that you've kind of been avoiding, or watching some movie. Whatever it is, be flexible and indulge them, and you'll find that it brings you closer together. All right, so that's it for this one. Thank you so much for your time with the Greater You. We've got more content to come. We'll talk to you soon. Remember to like and subscribe, of course. Take care.